Welcome to Off the Leash. My name is Kenzie.
And I'm Izik Nox.
And this is a show about everything animal news related from around the world. On today's episode, we're going to be talking about kangaroos attacking people for fast food, coyote encounters in Canada,
and yes, zombie deer. Our first story comes from Australia, where most of our stories come from, and it's about kangaroos.
You know, everything comes out of Australia.
Especially kangaroos. There have been numerous reports of kangaroos stealing fast food from people and even attacking them in order to get their hands on the unhealthy goods.
It's not only just plain fast food. We're not going to say exactly what fast food joint that it's from, but this is terrible. The people are showing up in hordes of buses, on mopeds, on scooters with fast food, and what they're doing is they're feeding these kangaroos. And what's happening is once all the fast food is gone, the kangaroos get extremely pissed off and they attack the people.
That's right. This is actually a kangaroo sighting area where people can come and see the kangaroos, but unfortunately corporations have decided this would be also a good place to establish some fast food joints, and the kangaroos have been known to steal people's foods and attack them in the process. The ironic thing is that across the street from there is a hospital, which is kind of convenient. After being attacked and having your food stolen, you can go and check yourself in.
Yeah, you can just walk down this path to the hospital. You know what? I would not be surprised if maybe the hospital's in with the kangaroos, teaching and training these kangaroos to attack these people so they can make more money.
It is possible that the hospital, the kangaroos, and the fast food joints are all in cahoots together.
Usually the joeys will jump out of the pouch and get them from below.
Obviously the government has taken some precautions, and they've put up signs, "Do not feed the kangaroos," right next to the hospital this way sign.
One of the incidents was from a lady who said that she had her face ripped, because what happens with these kangaroos is a lot of people look at these kangaroos and think, oh, they're just so cute and cuddly and I just want to pet him. But these kangaroos can be pretty aggressive, and what they do is they jump up, they balance on their tail. They will actually put their arms over your shoulders and with their hind legs
kick you in the balls.
And they will gouge out your stomach.
One of the women was reported to have significant scars on her face. Actually, she got 17 stitches according to documentation, because the kangaroo had scratched her face in order to obtain her food.
She was way more upset. The kangaroo had taken her lipstick. True fact. I wouldn't lie about this stuff. We can't make this stuff up.
It is possible that in a few years these kangaroo will be extremely obese and will no longer be able to stand on their tail to kick people in the balls.
There'll just be a bunch of kangaroos rolling towards you. You know what? Just stop feeding kangaroos food.
Soon enough, the kangaroos will simply bypass the middleman and they'll just hop the fence and go straight to the fast food joint, kick the door in and be like, "Where's my food?" For our second story, we go to our on-site reporter, Vincelen, with some coyote sightings in Canada. Apparently, coyotes have been coming out of the woods and more into populated neighborhoods, and it has caused some concern for the residents living there.
Vincelen, how is it looking out there?
Well, Jason, it's looking pretty good out here. No sign of coyotes.
Do you think they might get mistaken for stray dogs?
Well, I guess that's a possibility.
Vincent, can you tell us, are local pets at risk?
Sa katunayan nga, inaabiso ng mga otoridad na bantayan nyo yung mga alaga sa abot ng inyong mga kaya hanggang kamatayan.
Vincent, look out behind you! A coyote!
Jason, it's just a chihuahua.
How often do these sightings happen?
Sa palagay ko, sa umaga, sa tanghali, sa gabi, maalay mo sa madaling araw. Hindi ko alam kung kailan yung gusto nilang pumunta sa labas. Basta kung ano man yung mood nila, lalabas sila.
Well, thank you, Vincelen.
Well, thank you, Jason. And back to you in the studio.
Isaac, that was pretty good. You know what would have been funny? We should have given her this to wear. It would probably look good on her.
That's right, to protect her melon from possible coyote attacks.
Jason, I can still hear you.
Shut it up!
Our next story comes from the United States of America. You may have heard of zombies invading the silver screen, but now zombies have become a real thing, at least in the deer world. Zombie deer are now an actual thing where deer are actually sick with an illness, puts them in a zombie-like state.
Yeah, these hunters are finding these deer. They're walking right up to them, standing up on two legs and going, brains, brains, and coming after these hunters. These hunters have no idea what they're doing. They're like trying to shoot these deer. It's just hitting them. They're not falling over. It's a true fact. I had a lot of sugar right before I started this episode.
These deer are actually infected with a disease similar to mad cow disease, which causes them to become disoriented and lose lack of motivation, salivation. It damages their fur and makes them completely fearless, which could lead them to basically walk up to hunters, walk up to electric fences without care in the world.
Well, the worst thing with this that could happen is if a hunter shoots one of these deer, doesn't realize that it's been infected, he takes the meat home, cooks it up, and feeds it to his family. Before you know it, we have a real life Walking Dead. I don't know if I can sit through another 12 seasons of this goddamn show. Urgh! I feel like a zombie right about now.
Officials are trying to maintain the situation under control so that this disease does not spread and we have a world full of zombie animals. And then, you know what happens? We are next. Hopefully this disease will not impact any of Santa's reindeer, otherwise he will have to switch to something more practical like an airplane.
We'll be seeing Santa in the sky, be flying all over the place. The deer will be like shooting all over the place, and because all the deer, after they have its way with Santa, and then we go and we gather up all the presents, because I could use a new Xbox, and Christmas will be over.
That's right, they're probably going to strap him up with all the reins, you know. They're going to, Rudolph is going to pull off his nose and stick it in Santa's mouth and wrap it around his head, and then they're going to whip him with the reins and be like, how do you like that, old man?
Well, thank you so much for watching another episode, for tolerating our silliness and watching another episode of OTL. All the links for all the stories that we've talked about today is down below, and there's a secret link. Yes! A secret link!
Feel free to check out our other episodes, and don't forget to hit that like button.
Yes, that like button, or I'm going to be sending one of those zombies deer after you.
Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe and notification bell. We do upload videos every Thursday at 6, so stay tuned for more.
We want to hear from you. Do you guys have an interesting animal news story that you think that we would have fun discussing on this show? Please send us a link down below. The more the merrier. And remember, always support your local animal rescues. See you next week.
Have a good night, everybody.